Welcome back to the Sooner Saloon. As always, I'm here with Nick and Emerson. Before we get into it, just want to remind you guys to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel if you guys are diehard Sooner fans like us. Last time we were here, guys, we were doing, I think, an Oklahoma versus Iowa State preview. Life hit us. We get busy. We're average guys. This isn't our job, so things happen. So, Oklahoma coming off a 23-20 loss to West Virginia in Morgantown. That drops Oklahoma to second to last in the Big 12 Conference at a 5-5 overall record and a 2-5 record in the Big 12 Conference. The remaining schedule, guys, we're looking at 5-7 right in the eye right now. We got Oklahoma State at home for Bedlam this coming Saturday. Nick, you're going with that?
I will be there. That's a night game. That's prime time.
That'll be a primetime game. Oklahoma State 7-3, and then the last game of the regular season will be at Texas Tech in Lubbock. They are 5-5 right now as well. That is also going to be a primetime game.
Yep.
Guys, we have 5 losses for the first time since 2014, and even in that year, Oklahoma was 5-4 in conference play.
Yeah. I'll start off by saying this is the second week in a row where we've lost by 3 points. Unlike last year in these close games, they're still close. We're just losing them. A season ago, we were winning these games close by a touchdown. Couple things I kind of want to touch up on against West Virginia. That's been also an issue all season long. There's no complimentary football being played whatsoever. If the defense gets a turnover, the offense goes either 3 and out, or we get a very hard-earned first down, and then we get penalized, and then it forces like a 4th and 8 scenario, and it's a punt. So, and then say like offense goes and makes a big play, hits a deep ball with Marvin Mims, defense can't quite figure it out and get a stop. And then that goes with special teams as well. Against West Virginia, we're up 10-0. There's less than a minute left. We give up a 42-yard kick return. And then their backup quarterback, who's, of course, he's mobile QB, he goes, takes it down the field, and they punch it in for 6. So it's just been that type of year. And like I said, we're losing these close games this season unlike a season ago.
Yeah, so that's 3 losses on the year by a touchdown or less for the Oklahoma Sooners. And like you said, you're staring a 5-7 season right in the face. You have Oklahoma State and Tech left, and both of those teams look a lot better than Oklahoma at the moment. So
That's 100% right. If you could sum up the Oklahoma season in 8 minutes, it would have been the last 8 minutes of the West Virginia game where the kicker goes out to kick a field goal, and it's about a hair length away from making it in, and it hits the upright and it misses, and West Virginia goes down the field and scores on a long drive and hits a field goal at the very end and wins the game with 0 seconds left on the board.
And I want to say this, guys. There was 2 missed field goals by Zach Schmidt that game. We had a clearly dropped touchdown catch by Marvin Mims, and I know the weather was crazy. I know it was rainy. I know it was probably 35 degrees out and 20-mile-per-hour winds. But at the same time, Marvin Mims is there to make plays. I don't know if it's in his head. I don't know if it was just a really chilly day, but he was like that kind of the previous week as well. Braden Willis is 1 yard too far off the line of scrimmage on that kind of screen play.
I know.
That's a touchdown. It's 4th and 15, fellas, and people, the OU fan base is driving me crazy. I'm gonna say this. It's a freshman out there, and he's offsides. We get the ball, it's picked off, and he's clearly giving himself up. West Virginia wide receiver comes out, smokes him. Penalty's drawn. For some reason, that penalty gets picked up. There was no explanation behind it. For some unknown reason, it's replayed down, 4th and 10. Of course, they convert. And of course, there's 3 down linemen and a QB spy.
Yeah, like you said, a lot of points left on the field between the 2 missed kicks, the Marvin Mims drop, and the Braden Willis blunder. And then also, like, when the defense starts off the game forcing 5 punts, and it's the offense just can't get anything going, and then when the offense needs to get bailed out by the defense doesn't show up. And when the offense and the defense are playing well, the special team screws up and lets them have a 40-yard plus return, or misses field goals. They can't get it all together. And when you play undisciplined football like that, and you get penalties on offense, and you kill drives, and you can't get off the field on third downs, that's how you lose games by 3 points. By less than a touchdown, by one possession, back-to-back weeks. And
guess what, fellas?
I don't want to hear about the weather, because every time you play West Virginia at West Virginia, it's been in crazy intense weather with snowstorms and crap. So and the other Oklahoma teams have found a way to get it done. So it's not like this is a new thing. You're playing it in the mountains in middle of November,
Yeah, you're right.
They got outplayed by a backup quarterback in that second half.
Yeah.
And like I said, he's a mobile QB, and that's been Oklahoma's kryptonite. But here's another point for you guys. Eric Gray finishes the game with a couple touchdowns, 211 yards rushing. Okay? Oklahoma wins the turnover margin +2. +2 on that. And if you tell me these stats before the game, I'm saying Oklahoma wins this game. It's going to be a 45 to 20 kind of a game. But unfortunately, that's not how it goes, and West Virginia squeaks it out, 3-point win.
So, I've been an Oklahoma fan since I was really little, so very early 2000s. 2000 actually. Emerson got big in the football around the 2008 time. With Sam Bradford, the Heisman Trophy, and all that. Nick was about the same with me. This isn't a position we've ever seen Oklahoma in, ever.
But I want to remind you guys that Brent Venables is a first-time head coach.
Yes.
He has all those accolades to go with him previously, all those years. But when it's your first time in a position like that, it's your first time getting to know what kind of scenarios you're going to be in. Obviously, this team was 5-4 coming into this game, but it's consistently it's a work in progress. He's going to learn as time goes by, and a little bit, you could say a little bit is on the coaching staff, but it's not to the point where the OU fan base is saying, "Hey, get Brent Venables out of there."
Some people are saying that.
I think that's ridiculous.
Some people are saying that. They're stupid. There's this game, guys. If you think Brent Venables should be fired or anything like that, there's this perfect game for you they don't make anymore. EA Sports came out with a Madden NFL head coach 09. Go play that shit and that game's for you.
And take your team to go win as many Super Bowls on rookie mode as you possibly
can. You
can.
can have some Oklahoma players too on that as well. I'm sure there's 09, so that would have been an 08 season. So Peterson would have been there. So there you go with the Vikings. Anyway.
But like we said, it's Venables' first year as a head coach, and all these, you guys, okay, out of about approximately 85 players, 37 were completely wiped from the OU roster, whether that's from transfer portal, graduation, draft. That's including our best two QBs, wide receivers, tight ends, linebackers, D linemen. Secondary guys.
4 D linemen left for the draft. Yeah.
That's everywhere on this roster. And like I alluded to earlier in the video, there were 6 games last season that was decided by 7 points or less that went into our favor. There were 7 games that were decided by 7 points or less that was a total combination of OU season last year. So it's not like Oklahoma was a ridiculous 11-2 powerhouse kind of a team a season ago.
Yeah.
They were just winning these close games. Unfortunately, we're not winning these games this season.
Bob Stoops' first year, they went 75-99 with a 5-3 conference record. We're 5-5, 2-5 right now. Guys, we got Oklahoma State coming up this weekend. Is Oklahoma State's quarterback back? Do we know? I know it's Monday. But do we know anything about that?
No, but his son, the Gundy Jr., looked really good last weekend. So
Well, it was Ohio State.
yeah, the best defense in the league.
Yeah, they are really good.
So either
Their
way,
offense can't really get
Oklahoma
much going,
needs to
but
fucking strap it on. Sorry, pardon my language. Needs to strap it on and come ready to play regardless of whether Sanders is back or not. But yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
But I don't. We could talk. We could do an Oklahoma State preview later. Like, I was just wondering, like, is there not enough talent on this team to compete in the Big 12? I mean, I know that sounds crazy, but yeah, we lost a lot of guys, and we know that a lot of guys weren't getting developed under the previous coaching regime. And it seems like, I mean, on defense specifically, on all three levels, I can think of one guy that's like been having relatively consistent standout performances, and that's like Isaiah Coe, Danny Stutzman, and I mean, I think we all know how vital Billy Bowman is. He's obviously the best player in the secondary. So like, and outside of that, no one else
for
is,
X amount of weeks too.
Yeah, and outside of that, it's like, who is making plays outside of those guys? Who, I mean, and I'm not even saying they're like world beaters or anything. They're like playing like slightly above average. Mm-hmm. So where's the playmakers?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all come and go because Reggie Grimes is having a great season in the first 4 weeks of the season, and then that's gone. I don't remember the last time he's gotten a sack or his name called for a tackle for loss. But
same
like
with
you
Ethan
said,
Downs.
Yeah, 100%. And I thought Jeffrey Johnson was going to be a force in the middle.
Yeah, we haven't heard Jalen Redmond's name in like 4 games.
And that's a guy who I've seen consistently take some plays off.
Yeah,
if he doesn't get a good jump on the football, he'll take the play off.
And then you have, I don't know. I'm not here to bash players, but it seems like we cannot cover it at the linebacker level. We can't understand any sort of zone concepts or passing guys off or getting to a spot where you need to be and recognizing what situation the offense is in and what they're going to try and do. I don't know.
No, you're absolutely right. And that was one of those things that I saw on that 4th and 10 against West Virginia. If you're a linebacker, you got to get eyes on some of these guys before you sink into coverage. That was something that's been lacking all year. And then whenever you have this West Virginia backup quarterback who's mobile, it's like we haven't learned all year long how to adjust to that. We have no solution for it, and it drives me crazy. I know it drives you guys crazy. I know it drives the fan base crazy. So I don't know. So we'll see if Spencer Sanders can get in, this Saturday prime time, and if he's in, it's a mobile guy and could cause a lot of trouble. So.
Well, okay. I guess, do you guys have anything left to say? Anything to go off? We're almost at 15 minutes here.
I would just say that we'll have an Oklahoma State OU preview and a more depth conversation about what to look for coming up.
I would say keep the faith. I think Oklahoma's second in the country for longest bowl straight years going to a bowl.
They are behind Boise
right.
State, I think.
I think they're at like 23. So we need to win one out of these next 2. That's all that matters for this season.
Just one.
It's
just
achievable.
one out of the
definitely
next 2.
Achievable.
Yeah, I don't care which one it is, but let's get to a bowl and keep the streak alive, and make sure the recruiting class is intact, and head to next year. Like that's what we need to be focused on is Oklahoma State and then Tech. So.
And then a bowl game.
So. Yeah. Boomer. That's all I got.
Nick, you got anything?
That's all I got for now. So.
Okay. I guess my final words are going to be, if you're going to win one game, let it be Saturday. One. Okay? Just one.
I agree. So, with that being said, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And check out our next video, Oklahoma versus Oklahoma State preview. So, Boomer.
Sooner.